envelope.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Push the envelope.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
We push the envelope.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Push the envelope.
Abre sus sueños al beso, la soledad sin un grito.
Gringo El Diablo. Big G, not the little one.
Somewhere to go. This will take 10 seconds, I promise. How do y'all feel about abortion?
I don't believe in abortion.
Beautiful. All praises to the Most High. Do you know the origins of abortion in the United States of America?
The origins as far as what?
As far as like Planned Parenthood specifically. That's the largest abortion
I
clinic.
mean that they're trying to take away the rights. I mean, of women to say, you know, whether they can or may not have it.
So the founder of Planned Parenthood is a white woman by the name of Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger, she lived around the 1920s and 1930s. She is quoted as saying, quote, I'm a direct quote, "Black and Hispanic children are human weeds who need to be exterminated." She used, it's called eugenics. She used eugenics through Planned Parenthood and abortion to kill black people because they wanted to control our population because they deemed us as inferior. So now it's no mystery that Planned Parenthood kills 500,000, there's 500,000 black abortions every year. That's a problem, right?
Yeah.
So now what are we gonna do to reverse that type of stuff?
I mean, everybody's making their own personal choices, so it's kind of difficult.
But why is it a choice? Why do we give people the choice to murder?
Because that's their body.
But okay, so watch this. Let's say you were pregnant. When you were pregnant, do you have 20 fingers and 20 toes?
Of course I do.
You do? 20, not 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. 10 and 10, yes.
So you have 20 when you're pregnant.
Oh, when I'm pregnant?
Right.
So you're including the baby, basically?
Right. Do you have 20 fingers and 20 toes when you're pregnant? No.
It depends on the stage of the pregnancy.
Well, you don't, I mean, but the point is, the point I'm getting at is if a woman is pregnant, she still has 10 fingers and 10 toes, right? So that proves that that child, the body that's within you, that's a separate entity from you. Is it inside your body? Yes. But that is not your body. It's still murder nonetheless, by definition. Murder is the unlawful.
It's still murder, but it's their choice to murder.
That's right. That's crazy, isn't it? Their choice to murder.
We don't have the choice. I could kill right now.
Right, but why is it? But here's the thing, though. But listen to this. But what's here's the difference, though, sis. If you kill me right now, you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. If a woman commits an abortion, there's no punishment.
But you're a fully developed human being.
But that doesn't matter, though, because that's still a life inside that child. Like, for example.
So are you saying that they should not be allowed to abort?
I don't think abortion is right. No, I think it's murder.
I don't either.
Right.
So we agree.
Right. But now, but here's the point I'm getting at. Why?
I'm like,
I'm not trying to get circular. Think about this.
Okay.
Why would the United States of America allow black people to disproportionately commit all these abortions? Because they want us to kill each other.
Yeah, it's helping with what their objective is.
To kill us.
Yeah.
So we should condemn that, shouldn't we?
Right.
Absolutely. That's what we're doing, sister.
Don't they say white people have a higher rate of abortion than any other race?
No, they don't have a higher rate of abortion. They have a lower birth rate. So because they have less children, now their population's on a decline.
I heard that they abort way higher.
No. We abort far more than they do. But because
I gotta look that up.
You can look it up. But here's what it is. Because they reproduce less. So I think the birth rate with white children, with white households, it's not even 1. I think it's like 0.8. So they're not even reproducing enough to maintain their population. So when they do commit an abortion, it's steadily declining their population. That's the problem. See, we'll commit an abortion, but we'll already have like 5 kids. So we're not decreasing our population. That's the difference. But more importantly, the point of what we're getting at is the same way during the time of Moses that Pharaoh wanted to kill all the children of the Israelites. They're doing the same thing to our people now because we are God's chosen people.
But they're not forcing people to have abortions. Those are people making their own choices.
Well, it's an illusion of choice because what they'll do is black people have been voting Democrat, for example, for the past 100-something years. We'll think it's okay.
Why are you arguing?
We're not arguing. Sister, we're not arguing. What are you talking about? Hold on, sister, how are we arguing? The positivity. What's up, King? You got a question? What's up, brother? Shalom, brother. What's up, bro? You got a question? Let me ask you something real quick, bro. You listen to rap music? You listen to rap? Who's your favorite rapper? Lil Durk. Okay. Lil Durk talk about smoking on Tuka. You know who Tuka is?
15-year-old.
A 15-year-old.
Yeah.
A dead 15-year-old. Why is it okay that this guy's on a song talking about smoking on a dead 15-year-old black child? So why, that's your favorite rapper though?
Outside of what we talk about, that type of stuff, I'm doing it, but everything else, I'm fucking with it.
Okay, now listen to this. What do you think of childs, when they listen to a rapper, they want to, that's like the hero. Don't him and Lil Baby say the voice and the hero, right? They want to imitate him. They want to be just like him. Do you think that his music is in large part something to do with a lot of the violence that happens in this community? That's bad, right? So what are we going to do to stop that? Shouldn't we condemn that type of music?
He in jail now, so.
But that's, okay, cool. So not only is he in jail, but remember last year or the year before, somebody broke into his crib and shot at him and his wife. Because death and life is in the power of the tongue. You talk about all that death and it's going to come back towards you. So we should stop doing that. Right. So we as black people should stop talking about all this death and killing each other. No other race gets on songs and talks about killing each other except for us. We're telling our people we are a special people. We don't need to be talking about killing each other. We should be talking about uplifting each other, loving each other. What happened to all the brothers that were making songs about loving women and stuff like that? Where are all the ladies' men at? Barely. Every nigga get on a song and talk about how he's a murderer and a dope boy. No one's singing anymore. Everyone's just a killer. And who are they killing? They're not killing the racist cops who kill us. They're killing each other. That's destructive. That's counterproductive, brother. So when you get a chance, I want you to look at that flyer, King. All right? We are God's chosen people. We are the greatest people on the earth. And if we understood that, when we look at each other, we wouldn't just see another nigga. We would see Jesus. We would see Moses. We would see Samson, all these great people in the Bible. This is the ideology that we need to be teaching our children. Not, don't respond to shit with Vaughn. I don't want to, that's what, you know what I'm talking about. But this is the type of stuff that our children listen to and they make songs about it on TikTok. Killing people that look like them. Nobody else does that. So when you get a chance, brother, I want you to look at that flyer, King. I appreciate you. All praise to the Most High. And tell me if I'm lying. Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy, all them, what is the main message of their songs? Like, what's the reoccurring theme? Violence. Violence against who? What people? When Lil Durk talked about smoking on this dude and smoking on that dude, who's he talking about? Black people. Why is it that our people are the only race that get on songs and talk about killing each other, their own brothers? That's a problem, right? So what do you think a young child, when he hears this music over and over and over from the time he's a baby until he's a grown adult, what do you think that does to his mind? Follow that type of lifestyle and culture. That's a problem. That's why we see the violence in our community. So what we're telling our people is that we are God's chosen people, that we have to keep God's commandments and we have to love each other. See, I couldn't kill you and you couldn't kill me if you loved me and if I loved you. That's a problem in our community though. We don't love each other, we hate each other. And we celebrate that hate. You see what I'm saying? So when you get a chance, brother, take one of them flyers. We're telling our people what we need to do to get right with God, and I appreciate you. And enjoy your day. All right, brother. This is
of the poor, to honor the person of the mighty.
What's going on, brothers? Who's your favorite rapper? Who's your favorite rapper? Just give me a list. You ain't got to pick one. Just pick a few.
I don't have a favorite rapper.
Just pick a few. Name me some rappers you listen to. You don't know? Just name some rappers you listen to. Lil Baby. Okay. Don't Lil Baby talk about in his songs selling drugs and killing people? He does. Now, who do you think he's selling these drugs to and killing? People that look like us. He's talking about selling drugs to black people and killing black people. Is that okay? Do you think if Lil Baby was on songs talking about killing white people that they would allow that to play on the radio? No, they wouldn't. So why is it that they're on songs talking about killing people that look like us? Why y'all sisters think that is? All these rappers get on songs and they talk about killing people that look like us, right? Do you think that if Lil Baby and Lil Durk were on songs talking about killing white people, that they would allow that music to be played on the radio? It's a question. Huh? You don't listen to stuff like that, but a lot of us do. Is that good or bad? They're playing March Madness in the background. He says, shoot a nigga in a film, in a movie, shoot a nigga like a film in a movie, nigga, go and let it happen. Is that okay? No. So why is it that we celebrate that type of stuff? You said we don't. Yes, we do. They're playing it at the damn stadium right now. Huh?
The music takes a hold.
Okay, but here's the point. 60 years ago, our grandmothers and our grandfathers were not talking like that. So what happened to where now we get on songs and instead of talking about loving each other and even like brothers singing to sisters and love music, why is it that now we're talking about killing each other? I want y'all sisters to think about that when y'all ride on the bus. I appreciate you. Listen, at least I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
But we have to seriously ask ourselves, why is it that there would be no way that we would be able to get on a song and talk about killing white people? They would never allow it. They would never allow Lil Durk or NBA Youngboy to get on a song and talk about spinning the block and killing white people. But they'll allow you to get on a song and perform it talking about killing black people. And when you go to these concerts, do you think is it majority black audiences at these concerts? Nope. It's a bunch of white kids that are going to these rappers' concerts and they're singing along, listening to black people talking about killing each other. Because it's entertainment to them. Don't you know that's what music is? It's a form of expression, it's an art. But let's before we get to entertainment, someone look up the definition of art. And you tell me that drill music is art. That's artistic? Is that how low you think our people are? Is that how dumb you think our people are? That the only way that we can express ourselves is through violence? Clearly that's not the case. Read the definition of art.
This is the definition of art. The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination.
Imagination, so that's the skill. The skill is to get on a song and talk about killing people that look just like you. You know how stupid that is? Why do you think everywhere we go, everybody has a racial slur for black people in whatever language they have? You go to Indonesia, they got a slur for you. You go to China, they got a slur for you. Why is that? Why is that the case? Why are we looked down upon everywhere we go? Is it because they're jealous of us? Absolutely. Is it because we're great and they hate us because of it? Certainly. But look at the conduct and the way that we operate and how we act. That certainly contributes to it. This is why the Bible says that we're an infamy of the people. What does that mean, that word infamy? That word infamous. That's why everywhere you go, when you ask someone, what does a drug dealer look like? They're going to think about you. What does a murderer look like? They're going to think about you. When they say, what does a slave look like? They're going to say you. In Palestine, that's getting bombed to bits. Why don't you want to take the flyer, sis? Just a genuine question. You're cool? Okay, that's cool. Right? But in Palestine, they have a certain part of the Gaza Strip. I can't remember what the name of it is. Someone can look it up. Where they put all the black people at, and they call it the slave town. So these people are literally have been getting bombed for 80 years, but they still have the nerve to look down on you. How crazy is that? The only way that our people can get any type of salvation is if we come back to God. That's how bad of a condition that we are in. Give me Isaiah chapter 63 in the NLT after you get what you're getting, and start at verse 5. That's how bad of a condition that we're in. Last year, we were all duped into voting for Kamala Harris. Let's go vote for Kamala Harris. Why should we vote for Kamala Harris? Well, she's black. Really? No, she's not. She's an Indian parading as a Jamaican whose great-grandfather is a slave owner. And how she wanted to, yeah, Alabi, that's exactly what it is. Her pitch to try to get black people to vote for her is, well, let me show you my collard green recipe. The woman talks about soaking her collard greens in the bathtub. I never heard about that in my entire life, man. I thought it was universal that we all either got a really big pot or we just cleaned out the sink. I thought isn't that what we all did? She's talking about putting it in a goddamn bathtub. Are you out of your mind? But anyway, the point is, so-called black and Hispanic people, we are God's chosen people. We are the greatest people on the earth. And we need to start acting like it. We need to start treating each other like that. But we don't treat each other like that when we talk about killing each other, when we actually kill each other. And that's another thing. This isn't just us getting on songs and talking about just random things. These brothers are on songs talking about actual acts of violence that have actually taken place, that the police then uses to then throw your ass in jail. So it's not only is it counterproductive on just a logical moral scale, but it's counterproductive just in terms of you trying to stay out of jail. These people will literally kill somebody and make a song detailing exactly where they were, what car they were driving, what time was the murder. That's what they'll do. What's up, brother? You believe in God? Yeah? Okay. All right. Where are we at?
Isaiah 63.
Isaiah 63, start at verse 4 in the NLT.
This is the book of Isaiah 63 and verse 4 in the NLT.
Yep. Isaiah 63 in the NLT. Go ahead.
Yeah. Isaiah 63 and verse 4 in the NLT. For the time has come for me to avenge my people.
God has said, the time has come for me to avenge my people. So-called black and Hispanic people have been getting oppressed in this country for 400 years. And not only have we been getting oppressed for 400 years, give me Matthew 12 and start at verse 25, but now we oppress each other. See, if a white person comes in your neighborhood, you won't ask him where he's from. You won't try to rob or hurt him, but you'll try to hurt somebody that look like you. That's what'll happen when you go, again, turn on the radio and see if I'm a liar. Go listen to NBA Youngboy or Lil Durk. They're not gonna talk about loving each other. They're not gonna talk about promoting peace in the black community. They're gonna talk about killing each other, treating a black woman like a whore, having sex with her and never talking to her again. That's what they're gonna talk about. But then you'll have black people that, imagine, like, you'll have one of these sisters that, God forbid, you know, they sleep with young boy and they get some type of STD. The niggas on the song talking about he's got an STD, matter of fact. NBA Youngboy is known that the nigga had the clap at one point. And he's still out actively having sex with black women, man. That's supposed to be okay. How is that not hate speech? What? How is that not condemned? But you'll condemn people for speaking the truth. You'll condemn people for calling out BS in the black community. You'll call out people for condemning. And when we say BS, these are supposed to be baseline truths. It's supposed to be, everybody should agree that it's wrong to talk about killing anybody. Everybody should agree that it's wrong to talk about killing black people. And these are kids that are on these songs. What is wrong with our people to the point where if somebody tries to call out murder in the black community, now something's wrong with us? Now, how about something's wrong with you for justifying that and allowing your children to listen to that type of music?
Right.
Huh? But then you'll complain. See, you'll let your child listen to the City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion and complain when she's 15 years old and she's pregnant. You'll complain about it and wonder what happened. Where did you fail as a parent? Well, we can explain to you exactly where you failed as a parent.
Yep.
Where are we at? Matthew 12 and if every kingdom divided against itself. Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 25, and it reads.
Real quick, let me ask y'all something, brothers. Would you say the black community is divided or united? Are we against each other or are we with each other? What y'all think? We're visitors? What does that mean? You don't know. I know. Go ahead.
It said, and Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself?
Every people, every kingdom divided against itself. There are no people more divided against each other than black people. Right. We find every reason to be divided against each other. You're from this block, I'm from that block. Right. Well, how far are those blocks away from each other? Oh, well, they're right next door to each other. But I'm going to be divided against you. I never met you before in my entire life. I just know you're from over there and I'm from over here. You know what's crazy? White people can be united and they can speak completely different languages. They'll speak, a Swedish person and a person from England will be totally united. They'll love each other, they'll protect each other, they'll defend each other. They have the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. That's a whole military conglomerate full of Western European nations that, ironically, were historic enemies. The Germans would fight the English would invade the Dutch, etc. They would kill each other. Yep. But they were able to put their differences aside and conquer the whole world. Black people can't even put their differences aside at a goddamn family reunion. At a family reunion, niggas can't put their differences aside. They're gonna have beefs from 10 years ago. You're gonna have a drunk uncle fighting another drunk uncle at every single family reunion. Every single one. That's a big problem. Because the problem with our community is the hatred that we have towards each other. That is the number one cause of all the sin that you see rampant in the black community is hatred for each other. No love for, first of all, no love for God. You hate God, and then in turn you hate yourself. And if you hate yourself and hate God, why would you love your brother? Right? Read that again in Matthew chapter 12.
It says, every kingdom divided against itself.
Who's ignorant? Who's ignorant, brother? I think you're ignorant. You're wearing a cross and you don't even know half the things that Jesus told you to do. I think that's pretty ignorant. I think being effeminate while wearing a cross is pretty ignorant. When the Bible says no one who's effeminate is going to enter into the kingdom of God. Go ahead.
It says every kingdom divided against itself.
And isn't that crazy? When you look at the black community right now, either you have one of two people pretty much for the most part. Either you got someone who's trying to be just as big as gangster and dope boy and trap artist and all this stuff, or they're a full-blown effeminate, we'll just say that. Or you're both. Because a lot of these niggas parading themselves like they're just these hardened criminals are in the closet themselves, man. They're just trying to wear this masculinity to try to overcompensate. What's going on, brother? Let me ask y'all something. Y'all believe in Jesus?
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. What did Jesus look like? Okay, so what do you think the rest of his people look like? Why do you stop there? Okay, if Jesus looked like that, what do you think the rest of his people look like? And if you know what Jesus looked like, why is it that you allow people to get on songs and talk about killing people that look like Jesus? Why do we celebrate that? Can someone please tell me, black people? If we're gonna be serious, black people, can we please just have a serious conversation? Why are we the only race of people that get on songs and talk about killing each other? Can someone please answer me that question? But let's just ignore this crazy nigga on the side of the street until your son gets shot. Until your son gets shot and you go through his playlist and it's NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk and whoever the hell else some of these little rappers are, then it's a problem. Why not stop the problem now? But you won't. This is why God is rightfully going to get rid of the majority of our people. Because the majority of our people are holding back the minority of our people. Most of our people are wicked and love being wicked and want nothing more to do than to be wicked every single day. And for those who are righteous amongst our people, we try to fix them and teach them and help them, but they don't want to hear it, man. Most of our people, give me Zephaniah chapter 1, hold that, get Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 12. Most of our people love being a slave to white people. Most of our people love being a second-class citizen. We love it. We love the little trinkets that we get. Which is why during the pandemic when niggas was scamming and getting stimulus checks, you ain't hear a peep from niggas. You ain't hear no complaints about him. Because they had enough money to go buy them some Hennessy, go buy them a section, you know, and go trick on some broad who don't care about them, and you ain't hear nothing from them. Finish that in Matthew 12.
It says, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to destruction. Right. Look at the black community right now. We are completely divided against each other. Right. Even these, bro, we're divided against each other in every single aspect you could think of. Families are divided against each other. These rapping niggas are divided against each other. Gangs are divided against each other. Politically, we're divided against each other. The black man is divided against the black woman. We're divided against each other in every single facet. And you wonder why we're on the bottom. Meanwhile, Asian people can come from over there, or Indian people can come from India, not speak a lick of English, come over here, move into it'll be 10 people in one house. They'll allocate their resources, they'll open up a shop, they'll hire their own people, and then in 5 years, they're filthy rich. And they're setting up shop in your community. They're opening up a gas station, getting rich off of you in your community. They're opening up a cell phone repair store in your community. They're selling you all type of cigarettes, and they own all the liquor stores in your community. What's going on, brother? You ever seen a black-owned liquor store ever in your life? No, never. Why not? But there's 100 liquor stores in our community. Why don't we own any of these things? Yep. Why the only thing that black people own in the black community in terms of businesses are nail salons and barbershops? Or a restaurant that's selling you food that's gonna kill you by the time you're 50 years old. Why is that? Tell me, what else do we own? What do you own? A barbershop, a damn nail salon. Right. What else? What businesses do you own? We don't own nothing in our community. Yep. So you wonder why we're so broke. Where's the soul food restaurant in the Chinese community? It doesn't exist. But there's a Chinese restaurant selling you rats and dogs and cats in every black community. Do you ever notice they don't eat the food that they serve to you? Yeah, exactly. Huh? They don't eat the food they sell to you. Because the food that they sell to you just went meow about an hour ago. Where are we at? Matthew 12, read it again.
It says, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. This is one of the major reasons why black people are on the bottom right now. And another reason, give me Hosea 4 and 6. Another reason why we're on the bottom right now is because when people try to talk about these problems that are serially affecting our community, nobody wants to hear it. And everybody wants to act like this nigga's crazy, but you know deep down that we're telling the truth. That's why you can't stop and listen. That's why you have to keep walking, because it convicts you in your spirit to know that what we're saying is the truth. Right. But knowing you're too weak to do anything about it. That's really what it is. Right. You're too weak and you have too little courage in your heart to do anything to show that you really care about your people. We're not like that. We actually love black people and we care about the future of our children, and so we're going to do whatever it is that we can to ensure that we leave this world a better place than we left it. But y'all will not do that. But then you'll complain about the problems that go on in our community. Yep. Read that in Zephaniah.
This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 12.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles,
yep,
and punish the men that are settled on their lease.
What does that mean, that they're settled on their lease? Meaning they're fine where they're at. They don't want to do any good. They don't want to do any evil. They don't want to advance at all. Shalom, brother. Our people are fine being second-class citizens. Our people are fine living in the ghetto. We don't have a ruling class mentality. We don't aspire to be great. We just want to be good slaves for white people and hope that they give us some crumbs that fall off their tables. That's all we want to do. Yep. And if that's not what we want to do, then prove us wrong. we should go build something for ourselves. Instead of begging white people for stuff, why don't we go build something for ourselves? Instead of begging for handouts from white people, why don't we go build something for ourselves, and then we can cut them off and let them know how it feels. And who cares how they feel? Why don't we just build something for ourselves, because that's what we ought to do. And why don't we build something for ourselves anywhere, like Chinese people were able to do, like Indian people were able to do? Why are we so quick to want to go and beg white people for their love and compassion? That's what the Civil Rights Movement was about. The Civil Rights Movement was not about empowering black people. The Civil Rights Movement was about begging white people so that you can go drink from the same water fountain from them and go eat at the same restaurant as them as you eat their unseasoned food. That's all the Civil Rights Movement was about. Why do you think prior to the Civil Rights Movement, the black people were making more money? We had a higher literacy rate. We had a higher college graduation rate. We had a higher high school graduation rate. We had a higher literacy rate. We had a lower single parent household rate. Why is that? Because once integration took place, now instead of us wanting to go to the black-owned grocery store and the black-owned this and the black-owned that, now we want to go cross the railroad tracks and go expand and go into their businesses and support them. They're not coming to support our businesses, but we are quick to go support them. Do you see white people wearing these black-owned designer clothing brands? Nope, but you'll see a black person go kill another black person over some Louis Vuitton, over some Versace, over some homosexual Italian's name that you can barely pronounce. You'll go kill someone that looks like you for that. That's what you will go do. And then when a brother starts a clothing line, you won't go support his business. But you'll go spend $300 on some purse. And a nigga will wear a purse and call it designer and try to stunt on somebody else. These are the realities that our people face right now. And this is why our people need God. And that's the only way that our people are going to get out of the conditions that we're in right now. It's so bad that God himself has to do something about it. Because if you leave it up to black people, we'll stay here. We'll stay second class, third, and fourth class citizens for the rest of our lives. Look at look at it. We've been here for 400 years. If you leave it up to us, what are we going to do about it? Clearly nothing. Right? Where are we at? Keep going.
That are settled on their lease, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Yeah, what's going on, brothers? Y'all believe in God?
Of course.
What did God say about being effeminate, brother? I'm asking you a question. What did he say about it? You believe in him, let's talk about him. But see, I can't even blame them too much. Do you know why them brothers are probably, there's a laundry list of reasons as to why they're effeminate. Maybe they were molested, or maybe they didn't grow up they grew up without a father. And because they grew up without a father, they were raised by their mother, they were effeminate, and now they act the way that they act. Which is why we hold black men accountable first. Don't you know the Bible says no one can spoil the goods of a strong man's house unless he bind the strong man first? That's what's happened in this country. They've taken black men out of their households, and now we see what's going on. But not only has the government put institutions and legislation in place for us to abandon our children, but black men, a lot of us do it of our own volition. Because and this isn't to justify anything, but look at the culture that we have. We have a culture where you don't chastise or condemn your brother for being an absentee father. Right. You don't. We should hold each other. If you have a brother or a friend that's not in his child's life, you should whoop his ass, man. Right. You shouldn't let him hang around you. You're not hanging around us until you go do something for your child. Right. What's going on, brother? Let me ask you something real quick, brother. Is there any other race besides the black people that get on songs and talk about harming each other? Have you ever heard a Chinese person get on a song and talk about killing other Chinese people? No. Never. Why is it that we are the only race of people on the planet Earth? Out of all 8 billion people on the Earth, the only ones that want to get on songs and talk about killing each other are black people. Why is that? Could you tell me why that is, brother? You don't care to find out why? So what if your so what if your child grows up listening to Lil Durk and becomes a murderer? You said what? How is that wordplay? I'm asking you a question. That's all right. But that'll be the first nigga to condemn Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy when his child listens to it and go commits an act of violence. He'll be the first one, but doesn't want to talk about it right now. Why don't you want to talk about it? That's a serious, why not? We know that these problems persist and they exist in our community, so why don't we do anything about it? Because our people don't care. Our people do not care about God. They don't care about black people. Remember Kanye West said George Bush doesn't care about black people? Nigga, black people don't care about black people. We don't. The only time we fake care about black people is when the police do something to us. And again, is that wrong? Is that right for them to kill us? Absolutely not. It's horrific and they deserve to be put to death for it. But where is that same energy when Planned Parenthood, the founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, said that black and Hispanic children are like human weeds who need to be exterminated. And she said, we do not want the word to go out that we are trying to exterminate the Negro population. So then what did she do? She advocated to go to the preacher to then advocate for the Democratic Party and abortion. But if you ask a lot of these sisters, they will say that it's a woman's right to perform an abortion. You think it's a woman's right to kill, to murder? That's what they have duped black people into believing. Because here's what they'll lead with. They'll say, do you believe in women's rights? And of course you're going to, well, duh. I mean, what am I going to say?
I saw that we was put that in the Bible as well, man.
Absolutely. Let me ask you all something. Do you guys believe in abortion? Yes. Why?
Why not?
Why not? Because it's murder. How is it not murder, sister? Can you explain to me how that's not murder? Could you please explain to me how that isn't murder? I would love for you to logically explain that to me. But see, she's just been forced to believe, oh, that it's okay. So when someone, it's like a computer program that can't compute. She malfunctions. Someone please explain to me how abortion is not murder. Please, I would love for someone to explain that to me. Someone explain it to me. I'm begging someone. One of these smart black people that goes to college, someone explain to me how abortion isn't murder. The founder of Planned Parenthood, the institution that facilitates the most abortions in the United States of America, is quoted as saying she wants to exterminate black people. And Adolf Hitler himself took inspiration from the Holocaust from her. Why do you think over 80% of Planned Parenthood clinics are in black neighborhoods? Why is that? Why is it that in New York City there were more black children aborted than were born? Why is it that around 500,000 black children are aborted every single year? You don't think that's a problem?
Seen big G's in my bio. Her eyes got bucked like Ohio. Embarrassing. Don't wait till you're perishing. Nuclear missiles cook like kerosene. Life is a gamble, so please cast your lot. I need space to repent, but I'm no astronaut. Bible, my pistol, Hassan past the Glock. I'll spin your past this block, you'll feel the aftershock.